Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna play the Outer World Part 4. That's an odd intro. So you can sit right next to me, have a seat, enjoy a Sunday with me. We're just chilling, just trying to have a good time, folks. We're exploring full on game, like 100%. We are doing all the side quests, all the companion quests and all that shit.
That new game smells wearing off. Let's just get down to business.
Why the resolution changed, man?
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. Hark, your unneeded reminder that...
Charlton is hiding something, maybe inspecting his house in the abandoned section of Westport will reveal what it is.
Consider the Protectorate Wind Tower. Stare in amazement at this technological wonder, based on a schematic devised in a single afternoon by the Sovereign. It generates unlimited electrical current to our flawless facilities, such as the Vox Relay Communications Platform.
Where's his house?
More energy than the Vox requires, much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology. Surely this proves the superiority of our system. Next up, our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. It's your due, because our way is superior to others.
I am.
Here at the end of it all, no hesitation, no indecision. Taking my final breath in the name of it. My sacrifice for the matriarch's vision. Embracing mortality tests my morality. Sure, the
Daily Journal of a Good Neighbor Emily Budam, mid-year 2358. Another perfectly perfect day. A reliably kept journal for later reminiscence and route in the Sentinel review. Sentinel review mid-year 2358. I think I read this earlier. Let's go again. 0700 hours. I walk to another day of comfort and security with gratitude to Vigilant, Hogarth, and our sovereign in this benevolence. 0030 hours. Broke morning fast with the nourishing meal of tribute pancakes and prepare with the typical auto-mechanical flair. 10:30 hours. Notice neighbor Doherty taking his normal afternoon walk much earlier today. Bears further scrutiny possible reporting. 12:30 hours. Neighbor Ryzen arrived for our craft activity. Bought a freshly pre-baked certainly sweet cake. He expressed great contentment with our perfect life, yet pondered if it might ever end. 12:32 hours. Report of neighbor Ryland. 12:45 hours. Ate the sweet cake. 17:00 hours. Enjoyed evening meal while rereading the Beacon to the Cosmos. Nourished physically and spiritually.
list of life-giving opportunities goes on and on.
20:00 hours. Retired. Listening to everyone's neighbor prudence on the wireless. Untroubled by doubt or concern. Another perfect day ends. For the glory of the sovereign, I will live with them, a vital cog.
And every smile, every step in every mile contributed to something beautiful. The paradigm as a whole. It's an honor and a gift. When I live, it's a privilege to die for the cause.
We got a lockpick upgrade. Guys, you better unlock the lockpick upgrade
Latest word on superior
so you have access to locked
Neither migraines nor muscle aches
bunkers.
nor plasma
You gain
weapon
plasma
colonization
sock recipe.
will stay thee from thine appointed
Let's go.
tasks. When duty calls, call on Matriarch's own Mercy Oxymorphone. It's the pain subjugator.
intriguing items engagingly described. What's up next? The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the sovereign, and as such reflects his excessively high standards.
Oh, wait. Something here. That's his house. That's his house? It's everywhere. been here. I've been here.
Nobody around. Ain't nothing there. Can't just shoot in the thin air. Hit what in the where now? No. No target. Ain't nothing there. Hit what in the where now?
Wait, I think my control changed. How? I cannot slide.
Nobody around. Just shoot in the thin air. Hit what in the where now?
Shit. Why in the world the control change? It is C. There's a bug.
Nobody around. Ain't nothing there.
Working. I cannot crouch. I don't know why. It says in the keybind though. Something sketchy going on.
No. No target.
What
Hit
the?
what in the where now?
There we go. That was stupid. I already destroyed, man.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
Don't forget, your unthinking compliance lets the paradigm run with flawless efficiency. Unthinking is essential. Unthink today. Unthink tomorrow. Unthink forever.
It's
Now
here
you know
somewhere.
all you need to know.
I gotta check
So
all these
on
houses.
we go. Here's a song for you to enjoy while you
Start with all
solemnly
1, 2,
reflect
3,
on
4,
your
5.
sworn duty
Then I'm
to
gonna
our
all do
idyllic
this.
society.
I could feel my wary little mind start wandering. Things I shouldn't be thinking about, I ponder. That is when I knew I needed a sort of correction, so I heeded the
You already read that.
of my better. I could be better again with a quick memory I have seen my friends and my family impressive. So I knew
We got a plasma sock.
no reason to
Okay.
stress it. Process can remove that crinkle, feelings that can cause a wrinkle. What I know now, those thinkable thoughts have to go with a quick mental refreshment.
Read that.
Those sentiments I felt were such a burden on me. The weight is better felt by one assigned to oversee. Thinking never made anybody happy, that I believe. Blessing, such an effortless reprieve. Since that day, my thoughts have never been the danger. The infidelity are no longer strangers. The sadness that was
Already cleared this area.
inside me is long since gone, and though it tried me, I knew that I could be oh so much better again with the quick mental refresh.
Some of them houses here.
A quick mental refreshment. Quick mental refreshment.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Essential listening. All subjects, hark. Your unneeded reminder that the system provides for your every need. Not just an abundance of nourishment, but also power. Consider the Protectorate Wind Tower. Stare in amazement at this technological wonder, based on a schematic devised in a single afternoon by the Sovereign. It generates unlimited electrical current to our flawless facilities, such as the Vox Relay Communications Platform. Far more energy than the Vox requires. Much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology.
Being this close to anyway. Need something?
Of our system.
Well then, moving on.
Our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. It's your due, because our way is superior to
I think here in
others.
these 5 houses. Must be in these 3 houses somewhere.
Quarry together or sprint. Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprag race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hope the crabbles skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
It's here. Take all these houses except this one. You gotta convince that guy.
Now, the latest word on superior protectorate products. Our non-protectorate neighbors dine on dreck for breakfast. Nitrites, fillers, the rectangular fried batter known as waffles.
Outside.
That way lies chaos. Start your day dutifully with tribute pancakes, the sensible, circular, subdued breakfast food. Tribute pancakes, just like
Charlton's house I already did. What are you talking about, man?
was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue. The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the sovereign, and as such, reflects his excessively high standards. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep
Look who's back.
Keep informing on your neighbors.
All these vexatious disruptions keep befalling Westport. When are things gonna settle back again?
You're a good citizen, join the queue. Pack your bags, you know what we should do. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally.
Oh, the guy's here. Son of a gun.
Aether, just as I imagine our proud sentinels do. Like, here I am, your innermost thoughts are known to me, and nobody once hears from you again. Caught me reciting passages from a beacon to the cosmos, illustrating my steadfast fidelity. All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the sovereign. That part always hits me directly. To quote my personal log, an essential passage, rightful and true. Charlton Weintrott. Did I? Not again. Oh, this? It's a birthmark, skin condition, both, about which I am rather sensitive, thank you very kindly.
Human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community.
Say, you are every bit you seem, yes? Thoroughly on the up and up and in no way a hidden agent? It is widely known that a sentinel is required to stand revealed before rendering judgment. Why, a plot point about that featured prominently in the latest episode of I, Red Cloak.
Of course you believe everything on the Aether Wave. I guess it would be stranger if you didn't swallow the propaganda, even if it does take some heavy dramatic license.
Well, you appear to be far more fluent with Sentinel procedure than I. Veiled implication understood. If you'll excuse me, I best return to my work tasks. If you were a Sentinel, or in some Sentinel-adjacent role, I'd of course be honored to have you inspect my belongings. Unfortunately, my house is currently besieged by Crabbles. In any case, back to it.
The Outlander I spoke with before. What brings you back around?
Me? Moved to Fair? Why, even if it was still held by our proud protectorate, I've been assigned here. Everything is in its proper place within the paradigm.
We gotta use some force.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm.
Would a true ally speak so plainly? Or coolly remark with some cryptic double entendre? Straight talk seems more the province of hidden agents, savvily angling to trick somebody. If you were a Sentinel, or in some Sentinel-adjacent role, I'd of course be honored to have you inspect my belongings. Unfortunately, my house is currently besieged by Crabbles.
It is impervious to infiltration thanks to its unflagging
The Outlander I spoke with before. What brings you back around?
space individualists would dare set foot within sensor range. Let them. Prudence dictates. Those who live solely for themselves die.
That is, I meant to say, through his beneficent guidance, and bid you good day.
I can usually tell when a fella's up to something, and that fella's up to something. Might be nothing serious, but we ought to poke around and find out what. Just in case.
Feeling distracted.
Gotta push this guy a bit.
Mental refreshment centers
All the wireless told me that I'm happy and everything's splendid. I was tempted to feel sad after this.
That's his house.
Under protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous due to insufficient zeal in defense against seizure, sabotage, and manipulative indoctrination.
I inhale. Choice sure sounds exhausting. I mean, you have to do it all the time, right?
Try not to think. It'll only make you unhappy.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of
I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. Then the wireless told me everything was splendid.
Stranger?
Welcome back.
depletion of resources.
Ah, the itinerant stranger returns. Parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Auto Mech Repair Center to the south. Remember, do not tell anyone there what you're gathering them for. Now, please, make every possible haste. Everyone's lives here, save mine, depend upon it.
Or stressful. Food is nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need. Stay
Well,
tuned.
look who it is. Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse. When I look outside, I see people who are hardy and resilient, who trust the paradigm, who understand prosperity will return with time and group effort. What all of us need most here are those auto-mechanical parts. Now, please, make haste retrieving them.
Guy is stubborn.
Farewell now.
Test my morality. Sir, the paradigm's planned without flaw. It's an honor, but I wish for all who live.
Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how in
Look who's back.
Son of a gun.
And when I soon slip away, I'll be peaceful. Thoughts of my neighbors safe at home.
That's his house, but I don't find anything.
How I reported them tirelessly through to my last days and from the beginning. Knowing my heart, my brain, and consistency, serve the paradigm's plan without pause. It's an honor and a gift, what I wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause. Finally, I fulfill my purpose in life, a glorious death. Blown up by a mine. A fine way to go among many ways to die. Electroshocked, plasma smelted, Cyranium gassed, goo pelted, minced, cubed, irradiated, blunt force trauma, decapitated. List of life-giving opportunities goes on and on. Oh, nearly forgot. Eaten by enemy raptidon. And my heart, it beats till it slows. But I know every breath and every smile, every step in every mile, contributed to something beautiful. The paradigm as a whole. It's an honor and a gift. When I wish for all who live, it's a privilege to die for the cause.
I get it.
Wholesome programming played at a reasonable volume. You're listening to Protectorate
You
Sanctioned.
gotta find the parts first.
It's the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation. Stymies untoward inclinations and refashions them into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Stand by for further reassuring content.
Now listen to this.
Alert. Hostile.
Guns cocked and loaded.
Gone.
hostilities.
Oh, damn. It's pain in the elbow.
Agitatement stymies untoward inclinations and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Adherence zeal. Engaging hostile life forces.
Contact observed.
Please seek treatment for.
Stranger ahead.
Aegis leads.
Oh.
broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. An abundance of nourishment, power. Protectorate wind power. We're in amazement at this technological wonder, based on a schematic devised in a single afternoon by the sovereign.
Finally got him.
Unlimited electrical current to our flawless facilities, such as the Vox Relay Communications Platform. Far more energy than the Vox requires. Much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology. Surely this proves the superiority of our system.
Well then, moving on.
Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's chosen.
That's my song. I think we can use this.
Unsanitary conditions detected. Protectorate products. Our non-protectorate neighbors dine on dreck for breakfast. Nitrites, fillers, the rectangular fried batter known as waffles. That way lies chaos. Start your day dutifully with tribute pancakes, the sensible, circular, subdued breakfast food. Tribute pancakes. Just like the matriarch used to eat. Well, that was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue.
The way leaned into F Flippery. Subject mind your backside.
Recorded
Look, you're new here and decide to prove yourself, understand the impulse. I'm simply saying don't be so quick to seek arms bias attention. Right, you hopeful in this facility have a habit of receiving dangerous assignment or drawing undue blame, avoid attracting conspicuous notice, wear a disguise if possible. Anyhow, I analyzed the data from the field team at Prespire. Seems like the reason for the reptilians' aggressiveness up there has to do with what they've been consuming, specifically a unique reaction between the red spores combined with their preservative-rich diet. Not sure if that stems from the reptilian chow we used to feed them or devouring a bunch of our colleagues. Lubricant Linden, subject, weird interchange. We had kind of a weird interchange with the OMSPI today. After our morning assembly, he made remarkable about how he once accidentally ordered a sample sent for testing into a Panpharmacon 5 walk-in industrial microwave. Like, instead of the spectrometer, it was a mint. How it literally blew up in someone's face, but then the rival's signature somehow replaced his on the work order. It's not a mistake, he said. If someone else takes the blame, I don't know. Guess he is the boss. Instead of worrying, I should probably be taking notes, but if any of these dangerous substances we're working with somehow get loose, but I know who be to blame. You're actually the fourth lab tech he's told that story to. It might make you wonder how someone so incompetent can be so skilled at covering their tracks. But if you can't be one, you need to be the other around here. The key to dealing with OMSPI is realizing that he is a complete fraud. That title? Totally of his own devising. That's not unheard of. It's likely standard operating procedure among management, actually. For now, we're stuck with him, so just nod and smile until his inevitable replacement arrives. And yeah, learn what you can in the meantime.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well.
Chemical counter agent.
Quick mental refreshment.
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Social guidance and approval messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
You there?
Could
it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmet Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
A cog in the machinery of the system. And like all cogs, the system determines my role. Mine just happens to be servitude to the Sovereign. A duty we all zealously share, yet I'm uniquely fortunate to stand in closer proximity. It is my life's great honor.
Of course.
Oh, all that pleading and the like. Yes. Well, it's only my second time trapped in a laboratory basement, and I do admit, I did panic just a little. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
Infallible. Guided by the paradigm of the matriarch's own immaculate bloodline, protecting us all, providing abundance, freeing us from want or worry.
Whole thing was ghastly. One of my assistants and I heard a loud noise. He left to investigate while I continued working on our experiment. When he failed to return, I peeked outside and saw the others run in, bloody, gibbering, hunting for targets. They'd clearly been exposed to some virulent new form of experimental agent. I ran back and locked myself in this test chamber to avoid contamination.
Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
Well, you'd certainly think so, but management sets the goals. Our humble research team works to deliver.
After several days, months, and even years.
Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success.
Turning those who stole. It should be no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call.
I mean, only judged by that narrow frame of reference. An auspicious start by certain ways of thinking, which I hardly share. I care about my staff so much. Speaking of the team, such as they are in their present deranged state, how did you make it past them? You know, without being killed.
Person sleeping at their station. Reporting them will only help improve their dedication.
Aha, thought so. Sometimes with screaming, it can be difficult to discern intent, like, "Ah, I'm being killed," can be so close to, "Ah, I'm running amok." Shame. The staff and I all had such good chemistry together. Suppose it couldn't be helped, though. What matters most is getting out of here alive, saving our researchers a close second, and curing my remaining colleagues a firm third.
Stick to their routine. It should be no simple thing to do. Turning in your relative.
Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think? Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well versed with pharmacological matters?
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. Special update. Everything has been found to be splendid. Everyone grateful and content.
Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate. No matter, if you are capable of following simple instructions, I'm sure I can guide you through it. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions?
Automechanical guardians. Only the most incautious base individualists.
Oh, my favorite topic. By all means, fire away.
Prudence dictates those who live solely for themselves die alone. Also painfully and bullet-riddled.
Next up,
more music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
Our lab's focus is the utilization of local flora and fauna in development of commercial products and proprietary methods. Anything else before we set to it? Yes, the Protectorate formerly utilized it for seed storage or something equally prosaic. Nothing as provocative as groundbreaking research. But as much as I'd love to natter on, we probably ought to get matters underway. We'll need two things: fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order. With your skilled assistance, of course. I need all the particulars and analysis from the expedition put onto a data cartridge and brought back, along with fresh spores. Both will be key in the formulation of an antidote. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds. A satellite lab to this one, if you will. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Now listen to this.
Wishes are less than nothing to someone who wants for naught. Let the caretakers and lead you daily. It is better for the beggars and those who are ideas are dangerous and can bring you and take you away from all that you play. Everything is grand in paradise cloud. It's safe inside the mold, so just do as you're told.
Staff. Your humble product advisor want to thank every single one among you today. When we first arrived to this facility, it was literally a barn in here. It sees from Protectorate more as used agricultural land holding, a run-down old farmhouse and barn, a few harvesters, a seed silo that leaked when it rained. Whoever thought such a meager farmstead could be transformed virtually overnight into the most innovative research center on the entire island? Let me tell you, I did. Because I believe in you. You did because of you, deep trust in our shared vision. That's how together we make audacious advances. So this next batch of samples could be interesting. They were taken from the nearby spire with a distinct red color. Its skull comes from the species of red plant indigenous to that area. It replaced many of these red spots which color the surrounding landscape. There's nothing else like it on Paradise Island. I have them laid out for our initial examination, which will commence after lunch. In the meantime, I'm submitting all the raw data from our analysis so far to memorize it with standard practice. I must say, what I've seen so far is both curious and rather intriguing. From product advisors, from product envisioner Omid Ormsby to senior staff subject confidential staff reduction. What in the world?
A small sampling of protectorate abundance.
Are you all aware of our important work here? The lab is being hindered by a handful of incompetent, quarrelsome, wholly irredeemable personnel. Irredeemable personnel who have become a liability on our quarterly reports. Normally I would transfer such resource training employees to frontline combat. Yet that is not an option with hostility at a standstill. Rather than further demote these sluggards and sycophants to even less industrious position, appeal to their base natures by inviting each to participate in a promotion acceleration program. Ostensibly a series of outdoor skill building exercise located at a spot around the island, with the promise of molding this select staff member into VP material. In reality, PAP's 5 hazardous wilderness exercises leverage participants in aptitude to achieve maximum mortality. I am confident PAP will offload our most irksome personnel. As an insurance policy, the final activity is set on the northern tip of the northern island, and area infested with corporate reptilian asset turned feral. Your cooperation with conceal this ruse is much appreciated and also mandatory, envisioned by Omid. That son of a gun. That guy can't be trusted, man. It does look like a weasel.
My most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. How's all our field work progressing?
Blown up by a mine.
Absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And to think I just forcibly coerced the first gormless dunderhead who walked by and found you. Lucky me. Now, first things first. Place the data cartridge in the drawer for me, right here, in the slot below my intercom.
Oh, nearly forgot. Eaten by enemy raptidon. And my heart, it beats.
Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail.
It's an honor and a gift.
Well, it's a textbook example of the medulla oblongata wagging the cerebellum. Although, frankly, there's a plethora of ways to stimulate the reptile brain into such a flurry. None of the previous methods were anywhere close to being this commercially viable. But where there's a will, there's a way to make a profit. Honestly, this whole process is 1 part scientific testing, 2 parts improvisation, and a dash of pure, undiluted panache. Exactly what we do best. Well, it's only a matter of time.
That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. Stand by for further reassuring content.
Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all.
This might work out yet. Auntie may ignore our recent setbacks if I deliver an easy-to-market product. Just imagine the ad slogans. Air, now with extra fractiousness. Though, I suppose it only works on other Auntie's Choice employees, not our preservative-free rivals. Ah, there. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does, if you please.
Did we? We go.
I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote? Oh, please. Reject cynicism. Reject negativity and allegation and lies, right? I mean, let's. Choose positivity. Whimsy. Delight. Those are the waters I want to swim in, not mired in that sort of swamp. I feel that so much, don't you? Well, sometimes sharing the benefits of research also means apportioning some degree of the danger, offsetting accountability to others, sharing the blame. Why, it could have been me out there, you know, had I been simply another unwitting, unknowing participant. Thankfully, I benefited by having advanced knowledge of what might occur, and safely situated myself here.
Mercy oxymorphone. It's the pain subjugator.
Such perfect.
Well, I mean, did I play fast and loose to produce results quickly? Of course. We're Auntie's Choice. That's how we operate. Did I turn the lab itself into an experiment? Research is an ongoing cavalcade of ethical dilemma and outward regret. At the end of the day, the only rule Auntie has is don't get caught. But you won't tell, though, yes? We're still chums, though, you and I, having come through so much together. Nice try. But you don't possess nearly the negotiating power you might suspect. Not when I can simply bide my time and wait for another gormless dunderhead to stumble by. Why, let that thick-headed boob amble off with your reward. Not budging? Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a merit bonus for your superlative performance. Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain shortly. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions. Oh, and before I forget, I, Omid Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's Choice. Be seeing you.
Our director found a flaw in your bad knees. Years spent crouching have been really done a number on your knees. They ache and squeak, but as long as you stay crouching, you can ignore the pain. Warning. Once selected flaws cannot be removed. Effect. Plus 50% crouch speed. Crouching emits a 10-meter radius sounds that a hostile can hear and investigate.
Our sovereign is here with another cupboard full of wisdom with his golden bestowment. Report anyone seen ignoring this broadcast.
My dear subjects, I speak to you personally in this time of conflict because I know my voice brings you comfort. Yet those who trespass against us are no cause for concern. I must now return my focus to loftier matters of state, but I entrust my
Inhaler primers. Primers are specific tools that synthesize healing medicine through your inhaler. In your inventory, you can equip and slot primers, changing the effect and potency of your medical inhaler. Be on the lookout for new primers that better fit your playstyle or upgrade the amount of healing you receive. Various specs and equipment also grants you additional inhaler slot, letting you equip more than one primer at a time. This increases the amount of healing you receive at the cost of higher toxicity whenever you use your inhaler.
We cannot abide even a crack in our foundation. That is all it takes for such scourge to
That is the inhaler.
Vigilance is a virtue. Be wary of trespassers. Their ideology is corrosive to the vital cogs in our clockwork. More than ever, remain watchful of your neighbors. Better to be safe than seditious.
And 5-second toxicity 90.
My sentinels are never far, always watching, always listening.
Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
What we're looking here. Yes. This one we need one more for this. Saga of the malfunction mechanics.
Who goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
We could use the assistance, that's for sure. The gas leak has made our automechs a touch unreliable.
Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for xeranium gas. We sprung a leak.
Protectorate prescribed favorite.
I just had a thought.
Nothing too bad. Aside from the headaches, nightmares, missing teeth, and headaches. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
You're a good citizen, join the queue. Pack your bags, you know what we should do. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be fraught and worry-free as one big family. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. I feel so much lighter, I can't wait to revitalize the mind in line with what we are told. Told is the one truth, no
Outsider?
you know exactly what to do. You're a good citizen, join the queue. Pack your bags, you know what we should do. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be fun and worry-free as one big family. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed.
Did the authorities send you? Did my torrent of messages finally convince them of the vast crab-like dangers near at hand? What a relief. In here I thought myself dismissed as a loon. Ah, good. A captive audience. Money well spent. You must have spied those nefarious crabbles, roiling, rippling, bubbling, and churning out in the water. No one at the facility believes me, but I've seen it with my own eyes. Crabble numbers have swelled as they gather to defy us. A consortium, nay, an army.
And we're feeling proud now that we can boldly speak, say thoughts aloud. Blissfully empty, da-da-do-da-day, bubbling along even if we've got...
That's what they want you to think, right up until they endeavor to maul, pinch, or crush you. Then you'll change your tune. Crabbles are the bane of Arcadia, strong, intelligent, and superior to us in every way. What I need is for more people to recognize the threat at our doorstep. Invasion appears exceedingly probable, nay, inevitable. Heed my warning, stranger. Beware the crabble. Don't trouble me with automechanical matters. That life is behind me. Ask the quartermaster at the repair facility, assuming she hasn't been devoured by crabbles.
Unprotectorate-sanctioned wireless.
Do not mock me, naysayer. The crabbles have all but won. They might as well mount my head on their banners. At least I won't live to see the conquest of humanity.
Malingerers of our fair. Even our most capable defenders are well defended. Consider our Arbiter training facility, east of Fairfield, near the Broken Spire. It is impervious to infiltration thanks to its unflagging automechanical guardians. Only the most incautious base individuals would dare set foot within sensor range. Let them. Prudence dictates. Those who live solely for themselves die alone. Also painfully and bullet-riddled.
All that matters is getting these automechs to the Vox relay station. But Marshal,
We must adhere to decontamination procedures.
Of pleasing melodies, like this one.
It's pretty.
Oh, unfamiliar clientele. I was just lamenting the lack of new faces
Like
around
the
here
hairstyle.
since supplies stopped arriving. And then you walk in. Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies? Talk to my friend the quartermech here. Quartermaster Automechanical or Automechanical Quartermaster are a mouthful no matter how you spin it. And I despise inefficiency. Excuse the mess, by the way. Auntie gave us a pummeling a few weeks back. The old wardens paid the price. Where their courage faltered, a little mental refreshment should do just the trick. This is the Protectorate, after all, where perfection is achieved through discipline, not mercy. Now what'll it be? You'd think that a fully stocked auto-mechanical repair center would have automech parts, and 9 times out of 10 you'd be spot on. Trouble is, a bunch of supplies went missing recently, right around the time the quartermech...
Now he wants us a favor.
As a matter of fact, yes. Recently, when the crates by the wall got too high, it began stacking supplies on the catwalk above.
Protectorate automechanicals feature advanced construction but low adaptability. Fall-throughs in its logic assembly would likely lead it to interpret its programming literally.
Logic can be a funny thing, you understand. One misstep can have the most peculiar results. Doubtful. Zeranium affects their aggression in targeting subroutines. Basic instructions would still be functional. The quartermech is my responsibility. Claim whatever parts you require from the missing supplies, and we'll call the matter settled. Delphinia's lab would be the place to search. We use it for storage, and our records indicate the supplies were present and accounted for.
Standard Earth Directorate protocol calls for a thorough grid search of the premises, Commander. Those parts are bound to turn up somewhere.
Are you acquainted with Delphinia? She's a scientist on loan from the Vox Relay, helping with the Zeranium leak and all. Delphinia? No. I doubt she stole what I would have given her freely. Best of luck in your search. Let me know if I can be of assistance.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm.
See you soon, I hope.
This is Protectorate sanctioned wireless. Hark, your unneeded reminder that the system provides for your every need. Not just an abundance of nourishment, but also power. Consider the Protectorate wind tower.
Might be wise to get that large gas cloud on wide berth. I don't think there's anything to gain by getting near it.
Schematic devised in a single afternoon by the Sovereign. It generates unlimited electrical current to our flawless facilities, such as the Vox Relay communications platform. Far more energy than the Vox requires, much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology. Surely
Yes, she is.
the superiority of our system.
Well then, moving on.
Next up, music.
Oh yes, I adore interruptions. I was just saying, what's best for stoking the spark of invention? Regular disruptions to one's train of thought. Now what is it you want?
Our system is sublime, the best ever to be had. It's perfection perfected.
Quite busy, as I said, and less pleased for this unscheduled work suspension. Now, did you have some business here? Now that you mention it, there was one particularly insistent little mech who kept trying to put all manner of bric-a-brac in here. After several firm remonstrations, I told it the interior of this building is off limits while I am working here. Didn't see that peculiar little scamp again after that. Oh, we'll get to that presently. Now tell me, are you familiar with Zeranium gas? One and the same. That building took the brunt of the damage during a recent attack, and now it's spewing valuable Zeranium all over the place. I could speak at length about Zeranium's many captivating intrinsic qualities, but suffice it to say, in its gaseous state, it's rather deadly. So what am I endeavoring to create? A protective device that shields its wearer from Zeranium's remarkably unsavory effects, as well as other forms of harm.
We share successes and failures, even when you're to blame.
Sadly, there is a kernel of truth in your boorish observation. While the device is nearly operational, a particular minor detail has proven more challenging than expected. Rest assured, I'll have the final kinks ironed out in no time. Alas, while I'm occupied with inventing this shield gadget, I also find myself in need of assistance regarding its key components. Good, good, wonderful. As an added incentive, I'll allow you to keep one of the prototypes once the work is finished, so you be sure to give it your all. Now here, you'll need this apparatus. It's for collecting stray Zeranium effluvium. Gas, that is. My supply is running low from all the iterative testing I've been performing. Merely activate the device once it's inside a Zeranium cloud, the one around the main hangar specifically. Try to avoid any fields of dense Zeranium, or death is all but assured. Any questions? Normally, yes, but on the off chance that environmental exposure has altered the gas here in any way, I'll want to work with local samples. Ideally, the resulting shielding will protect against any gas, but since it's of utmost importance that it work on the gas here, I'll be calibrating against that. Well, of course, obviously. To that end, I'd suggest choosing a cloud of lesser density for your collection efforts. Lower chance of near-instant death that way. If you suffer prolonged exposure, assuming you survive, see our local medical officer next door. She is highly preoccupied by the treatment of Zeranium-related maladies. I believe that covers all the necessary education for this particular assignment. Oh, so exhilarating to have a new subordinate. I look forward to thoroughly scrutinizing your work. Now, shoo-shoo! Off with you now! Gather those samples! Shoo!
They knew you weren't eating a balanced diet. Why just ask everyone's neighbor, Prudence?
Prudence dictates you eat them.
Eden's Bounty Ambrosial Biscuits. Now due to continued research in an even wider array of unique and delicious flavors, like Patience Fruit, Somber Duty Melon Surprise, Arcadian Delight, Resolute Orange, and Loquat from Heaven.
Intriguing items, engagingly described. What's up next? Another song in an expertly curated playlist, picked out explicitly for you, the Sovereign's Chosen.
I'm not sure we should get any closer.
Subjects of vigilance elite who need a new foot, elbow, hip, or knee. We are graced to serve the protectorate till the day we no longer breathe. Workplace dangers can cause real alarm.
Where is that instrument? I don't see any.
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Prudence dictates. Our betters always know best, which is why our trusted console now joins us to
Experimental
share
log
his
X94.
unbiased knowledge of a painful
I have managed to consolidate the
order.
waveform down to a point where it can be generated by a handheld device, but I need something to project a field using it. One enterprising fellow said that the catalytic amplifier used in the Dragon Automatic might serve, and the idea has merit. I'll speak to the Mars about it in the morning, not to so. Some of the automechanists wandered into my lab, picked up a crate of supplies, couldn't decide where to set them down again. Just gave up. Later I felt a vibration so hard that Dash shook down from the ceiling. Must keep an eye on their behavior.
Their contributions were always exaggerated.
She just gave us some device. I don't know what it's it gave.
Plans, universal equations of our paradigm, which always foretold the gulf between Protectorate faithful and the Order. In truth, those
Dense uranium. Concentrated uranium is most commonly found in the industrial setting, regulated, and in the aftermath of warfare. Hazardous. Protective equipment is required for closer inspection. However, protective equipment is still hypothetical and pending invasion, ET unknown.
My little minion. I trust you've made progress in your tasks?
Every day I am giving all
Until a more convenient date and time.
I know this to be true. He cares for you. Someone deserves all your love. Every day he's uplifting.
How do I get this thing? He gave us a tool, but which tool? Don't see any.
I still my devotion have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why we love our sovereign. My heart belongs to the sovereign, and the first sovereign before him. With Rome in my heart for the matriarch, whose bloodline bestowed their perfection. I trust, I breathe for my neighbors. I aim, I watch in his name. I know I am right. He's our shining light. The sovereign deserves all your love. Love him and he will love you. Love him, that's all we must do. I want for nothing, come what may. I still my devotion have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can. That is my great sovereign's loving plan. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my sovereign. That's why I love my sovereign.
Oh man, how?
Now listen to this.
Initializing socialization. How may this unit assist you, Commander? Warning. Agent. Irreparable damage to lungs imminent. Exit gaseous cloud immediately.
It's that easy.
Were you successful? I have tests that can be started immediately if so. What did I tell you? Perfectly safe. Either that or you tolerate uranium poisoning like a champ. Good for you. Should you suffer from any lingering symptoms of contamination, visit the medical center and they'll get you squared away. Now, on to business. The device already generates a field exactly as specified, albeit on a very small scale. Still, progress is progress. What's needed now is something to help extend and shape the field around the user. Capital deduction! Where have you been all my career? You'll be pleased to learn there's one right here at the facility, in the Dragoon that's patrolling just outside. You guessed correctly. Our chief mechanist was rather hostile to the idea. So you may have trouble getting your hands on the catalytic amplifier. Dragoons are a mainstay of our military. The design has been in production for decades. I had a model of one when I was young. All children did. You must have seen the large automech patrolling the interior grounds. That is the Dragoon. I'm sure he's just being cautious. Should Auntie's choice attack us, we don't want to be caught defenseless. No doubt he also seeks to retain an unspoiled automech, since the others are by now riddled with uranium poisoning. Good. A flexible mindset should behoove you on this task. Perhaps the chief mechanist will prove more receptive to your request. Failing that, be prepared to exercise creativity if needed. One last thing. The Dragoon must not be harmed. Not only would the amplifier likely be damaged, but we'd both be summarily executed, assuming we survive the firefight that ensued. Well, off you go. Shoo.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure, amplifier requisition, and 2 more cases of uranium exposure. We're a mite bit busy these days. She and I have been over this 100 times. Please understand, the original staff of this facility were rounded up and refreshed because they couldn't safeguard a protectorate asset. Why should I follow their example by reducing our sole working Dragoon to a pile of unpatriotic scrap? I can't. I won't.
motivation to imbibe in celebration of daily service done well. Moderation.
That's a fair point. It's not as if they've come back to finish the job. Perhaps they assume we're already beaten. All right, how's about we get the Dragoon situated over here, so I can extract its vital organ.
Of Protectorate Society.
One catalytic amplifier as agreed. I hate to lose another Dragoon, but desperate times call for desperate measures. Not a chance. Donaldson has done everything in his power to get this facility online. He can't blame me for doing the same. Be seeing you, stranger.
First the attack, then there's Iranian.
Well, any closer to obtaining the catalytic amplifier? Oh, superb! I'm almost tempted to ask how you managed it. But pressing on, just a moment to remove what I need and install it in the prototype. With this gadget, you'll be shielded against more than Zeranium, you know. Damn near everything, as long as it's charged. Now, report to Marshal Donaldson, if you please. He's rather impatient to end this crisis so he can turn his focus back to the war. You do that. Anything to keep him off my back for an hour.
Gas energy deflection apparatus. The gas energy deflection apparatus is a gadget that grants you a temporary shield, protecting you from damage and hazards such as uranium. Activating the gadget applies the shield, depleting the damage taken or time spent inside of a hazardous. After a duration or enough damage is sustained, the shield will disable automatically, deactivating the gadget while it is still active. Reset duration and amount of shield remaining.
This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Essential listening for all subjects. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea. It's the law. Next up.
Our station offers only the best in music for Protectorate subjects. It's your due, because our way is superior to others.
No finer victory beyond the vanquished foe. No greater luxury could any subject know than giving tenderly of body, blood, and bone to Arcadia, our nation's strongest stone. Gloria, Arcadia, our colony, our home, such comfortable plenty for each of us to own. Oh, Gloria, Arcadia, never be outshone. Our colony, Arcadia, our
My erstwhile assistant returns until a more convenient.
nation strong as stone. Gloria, Arcadia, our colony, our home. Such comfortable.
If you need something, kindly make it quick. Hazel should get you sorted right quick, assuming she has the parts. She's right between the barracks and the main gate. Can't miss her. I'm afraid so, and you were wise not to get involved. The Marshal is under a lot of pressure to deliver automechs to the Vox relay station, but I'm responsible for their quality control. If even a single automech steps out of line, it will be the end of me. Brigadier Montelli does not accept excuses, and he does not tolerate failure. The Marshal is a good man, but he values speed while I value accuracy. Neither of us is wrong, but in this case, we both can't be right. You'll want to see the quartermaster. She's right next to the gate you entered through. Under the Marshal's office, she'll only be able to sell you our surplus, but you might find some of it useful.
Commendable comestibles.
Got a spark bug in your bonnet? Don't think, drink. Tribute liqueur blankets the mind with soothing numbness you'll feel from lobe to lobe. And it only marginally impairs motor skills. Delegate operation of heavy machinery to automechs after buying.
Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities.
It's incredible the things that we have done. How the paradigm is perfect for everyone. Our progress is unmatched. No technological hitch left unscratched. Perfection is perfect. Is it not? Oh, how we prevail.
Welcome. Glad to have you back. Howdy there.
Success is real.
Glad to hear it. Any progress?
I cherish these thoughts of how we truly are compared.
Interesting. But what connection do you perceive between this behavior and the disappearance of the supplies?
Perfect minds, focused and dutiful, perfect plans.
Oh, that would be consistent with its faulty logic. And here I thought I had debugged every contingency. I believe we have our answer. Check the roof of Delphinia's lab. I'll wager that's where you'll find the missing supplies. Not what I'd call conclusive evidence. This facility recently caught a blow to the chin, and I don't recall if a loader bot was among the casualties. Still, there may be more to find. Let me know how it goes. I do love a good mystery. Aw, I really need someone else to test this thing. Tell you what, if you give it a go and have any trouble, I'll be happy to get you sorted.
It's incredible, the automechs and us.
Greetings, potential customer. State your business. All wares should be perfectly visible already.
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable.
Does that one compute, big guy?
Affirmative. Initiating commerce is one of this unit's default commands. Initiating commerce.
For perfect people, perfect cogs, and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect perfection. Perfect minds, focused and dutiful, perfect plans. For perfect people, perfect cogs, and perfect thoughts, perfectly perfect.
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
Dear neighbors, gather round the wireless for this multi-part chat with a man possessing a commanding yet comforting vocal timbre. Emery Thoreau, more simply known as the Consul. Greetings, Consul. You are his right hand.
Not quite his right hand, Prudence. His firm hand. I enforce his benevolence.
And you enforce it so faithfully. I'm sure I speak for all subjects when I say thank you for your service. It must be such a burden.
Not at all. I have help from the Sentinels, of course. All subjects rest easy knowing these agents walk hidden among us, forever vigilant for despoilers of our perfect life. I have bestowed them with the authority to serve and protect all faithful subjects. Only wrongdoers have anything to fear. Thus my Sentinels free me to fulfill my own purpose.
A purpose we've kept you from overlong. Thank you for inspiring us, Consul. Before you go, might I ask you to sing a bit of Gloria Arcadia in your wonderful baritone?
No. I know full well what would happen if I broke into song. I will only be torturing the sovereign subjects.
Oh, and there he goes. The Consul has just walked out of the studio. But fret not, neighbors. You will hear his inspiring voice on these airwaves again. Well, that, as they say, is that. What's next? Long ago, the matriarch devised the paradigm plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song.
When the outside tries its best to disrupt us, and the sentinels will always heed the call.
Outsider?
But a curse for those who near, sending when faithless subjects try to corrupt us, our guardians will always make them fall. The heroes of the hour, they're full of strength and power. Send in the sentinel.
Lab notes. Uranium in its natural state is less concentrated and seemingly less hazardous. Long-term effects on automechanical circuitry and living tissue are inconclusive. Use of a shield device is recommended. We gotta find the roof of this up there. Question is, how do I climb?
Tries its best to invade us. Our champions will cleanse the streets. Our paradigm preserved when they fight and die and serve. Send in the sentinels for us all. Whether we
There it is.
around, there is never a doubt. Send in the sentinels for us
Finally.
all. Send in the sentinels for us all. La, 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 la.
Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A
Marcel Donaldson at the Automech Repair Center. Automech Repair Center. Oh. For Marshall.
Just have to release this here, unfasten the manifold there. That's got it. One
Apologies,
catalytic
but that
amplifier
automatic
as requested.
work is
I'll
never
just put it down here.
Closing rounds. Dot panel.
What brings you to this fine establishment?
Caught a piece of shrapnel during the attack. What about you?
Uranium poisoning. Only a mild case, but the doctors are withholding treatment to study my symptoms.
Sovereign's mercy. How do you feel?
Downright privileged is how I feel. Sick with pride.
Outsider?
Stay true, outsider.
Oh, a new arrival. Oh, and what's this? You, I dare say, are exhibiting clear signs of zeranium exposure, stranger.
Not your folly.
Fortunately for you, you appear to have a fairly mild case. I imagine you haven't even noticed any symptoms yet. If you'd indulge me, I have a few questions I'd like to ask, for medical posterity, and so on and so forth. First question, can you describe the conditions in which you were exposed to the zeranium? Ah, another assistant. Should have guessed. I suppose I should be grateful for all the data she sends my way, but I do wish Dell would think more of her collaborators' well-being. All right, next question. How are you feeling? For instance, do your bones seem noticeably softer somehow? Have you observed any sterility on your way in? Or aching in your thyroid or spleen?
Time for another splendiferous speech, or as we are obliged to call it, his golden bestowment.
Such a wonderful introduction, Prudence. She truly is everyone's perfect.
I'll just mark you down as testy then. As a token of my appreciation, allow me to provide you advanced zeranium therapy of the highest possible quality.
Tirelessly nurturing our perfect system.
There, that should do it. Do stop back in if you suffer additional exposure. I would love, be pleased to act as your consulting physician again, should the need arise.
In these unprecedented times. So, my beloved subjects, never hesitate.
Oh, gladly. I've rather dedicated my life to researching its unique form of matter. What would you like to know?
Another beauteous melody granted by the grace.
Zeranium is a crystal. Even in its raw form, it generates energy. But once refined and stored in a quasi-gaseous state, its output increases exponentially. Zeranium is found in a liquid state as well, but it's far too hazardous and inefficient for our needs. Refined zeranium is used to power nearly all major protectorate technology. It's an amazingly efficient power source. However, it's also highly unstable and must be mined exceedingly carefully. Even minor bumps or jolts can cause zeranium crystals to explode. Zeranium in its default crystalline state poses two risks. First, it's extremely volatile, exploding with an immense burst of energy if upset in any way. Second, zeranium crystals produce a small amount of gas, which we think helps stabilize its crystalline lattice, but that's just a theory. In this gaseous state, zeranium is quite hazardous, breaking down organic matter through a mechanism we still don't quite understand. The concentration of the gas is a critical factor. A person could remain in a light haze for several minutes, whereas a dense cloud can kill near instantly. Anyhow, I could talk about this all day if I let myself. Hope I haven't bored you unduly. Was there anything else I could help you with?
It's what we all strive for.
Total avoidance is best, but try to get out of the zeranium as quickly as you can if exposure becomes necessary. Come to think of it, there may be some exciting new breakthroughs in the near future. Our visiting scientist next door is working on a device that shields the user from zeranium's effects, though she was having a spot of trouble last I heard.
Revolting them will only help improve their dedication. If you see a person with questions much too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate the good ones, turning those who stole. It should be a no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call.
First the attack, then there's a rain. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
It should be a no simple thing to do. Turning in your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning.
Aren't we wearing a shield?
Help improve their dedication. If you see a person with questions much too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate the good ones, turn in those who stole. It should be a no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call. The submissive, stick to their
All right, I admit it. The quarter mech still needs work, but perfection requires iteration, as the marshal says. While he's under construction, come to me for any supplies you might need. Eureka! I knew it. In retrospect, the problem is glaringly obvious. The quarter mech couldn't figure out where to stack boxes on the x-axis, so it defaulted to the y-axis. I'll have that tinkered on shortly. And you're welcome to keep the automech parts, of course. Thanks for solving my little mystery.
Now let's admire
Glad to oblige.
comestibles. Our non-protectorate neighbors dine on dreck for breakfast. Nitrites, fillers, the rectangular fried batter known as waffles. That way lies chaos. Start your day dutifully with tribute pancakes, the sensible, circular, subdued breakfast food.
Need something? Or just here to talk? Glad to oblige.
Used to eat. Well, that was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue, as Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources. Our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
Come one and all are
Where is this? The waxing vapors. We gotta still find a marshal, that son of a gun. Freaking marshal.
Prudence dictates, sit back. Leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's neighbor, Prudence, on Protectorate sanctioned wireless. Hark, unneeded reminder that the
You again.
system provides
Howdy.
every need. Not just an abundance of
What this guy
but
know?
also power. Consider the Protectorate wind tower. Stare in amazement at this technological wonder, based on a schematic devised in a single afternoon by the Sovereign. It generates unlimited electrical current to our flawless facilities, such as the Vox Relay Communications Platform. Far more energy than the Vox requires, much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology. Surely this proves the superiority of our system.
And now this.
Here's one you're absolutely sure to enjoy. A Protectorate prescribed favorite.
I just had a thought, I'm really not too close. Sadly, though it seems my thoughts fly too free. My heart is too cold that I'm acting without reason. You know exactly what we should do. You're a good citizen, join the queue. Pack your bags, you know what we should do. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Soft and worry-free. One big family. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. I feel so much lighter. I can't wait to revitalize the mind in line with what we are told. Old is the one truth, no need for more. You know exactly what to do. You're a good citizen, join the queue. Pack your bags, you know what we should do. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be fun and worry-free as one big family. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Stomping out ideas, reporting on your peers. Support the sovereign's vision, no need for your decision. And so we're finally thought free, and we're feeling proud. Now that we can boldly speak, say thoughts aloud. Blissful.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Uranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive. Forced to terminate test model in self-defense.
Well, look who it is. What is it this time? Certainly, there is a nominal cost for treatment to cover essentials. All right then, hold perfectly still. Here, all better. Was there anything else?
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Fellow subjects, I bear sweetness and sunlight, encouraging words from our beloved sovereign in another installment of his golden bestowment.
Adoring subjects, look around you. Our cupboards runneth over. No table is bare. Neither corporatist invaders nor betrayal by our former brethren shall diminish our abundance. The system abides, and your sovereign provides.
Oh, there you are.
I'm glad that spectacle didn't scare you off. Between the recent attacks and the gas leak, you find us on the razor's edge between reason and panic. Anyway, if you have hands and a will to lend them, I won't turn away help. This gas leak of ours has proven inexhaustible, patient, and insidious. Zeranium is hardly my area of expertise, but it falls to me to find a solution, lest I follow my predecessors to their untimely fate. I knew Dr. Bryant would come through for us, that she'd prove her worth as surely as any subject of the Protectorate would. Seeing as you're the only one trained in the use of that gadget, what say you put it through its paces? Make your way inside the repair hangar and find the control terminal to purge the Zeranium. And be careful with that terminal. We don't want the situation getting any worse. Don't worry about Woodrow. Smart fellow, but his cautious nature gets in the way. Yes, there is some risk that exposure to Zeranium will corrupt our automechs, to use his colorful language. That shouldn't stop us from delivering them on time. I'm sure they'll be scrubbed clean once they arrive at the Vox relay. But that isn't our problem to solve. You be sure and come back once you've made progress on the leak.
Gas leak. We're good. Son of a...
Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless presents I Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel. Dangerous thought. I Red Cloak. Her sentinel senses ever keen. Of the sovereign, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in previously on I Red Cloak, our hero and her sentinel partner Dunning as a
You're back. And you've been cavorting with Zeranium again. Certainly. There is a nominal cost for treatment to... All right, then. Hold perfectly still. There. All better. Was there anything else?
The customer is always dead. Welcome to Auntie's Choice head office, Red Cloak. I trust you are...
What have you done? The Zeranium now spews from the hangar more thickly than ever.
Office, Red Cloak. Speak up. Mute the corporate anthem, please.
The damage must have been more advanced than we thought. I knew I should have pushed the repairs earlier. Sure, a few may have died, but the mission might still have been salvaged. This is my fault. The blame lies squarely on my shoulders. I gambled on an outsider rather than trusting my own resources, and now the price is paid.
Care for a package of Auntie's Choice Sprat Crisps while we wait?
With this failure, I have likely doomed this entire island to the tender mercies of our enemies. No more will our stalwart subjects reap the bounty of this land. No more would the pleasant whine of servos accompany our mechanical servants in their noble servitude.
I'll never turn my back on the Sovereign.
Our marketing experts predicted you would...
Instead, this island will be trampled by the boots of our enemies. Its resources stripped bare, leaving nothing of the beauty we've cultivated over long years. As our stewardship is cast aside like so much detritus, harmony will be lost, and chaos will reign. Praise will give way to slogans, duty to greed, honor to contractual obligation. Freaks and worse will despoil that which is left behind, while bureaucrats will use this once proud land as a springboard for their superficial and petty ambitions.
Whatever you're peddling, I'll never purchase.
And with the island's fall, I may have dealt a crippling blow to the Protectorate itself. Our foes will use this place as a stepping stone, eating their way deeper into Eden like ravenous maggots. And it will all be my fault. I'll be remembered, if any of us is, as the one who lost it all.
Dunning, you fool. These people honor
Yes, I suppose I have. Now please, leave me be.
Cloak, it will be your turn soon enough. Dunning, try not to squirm. The loyalizer has many moving parts and can be a bit imprecise. No! Stop! Engage the transducers. Loyalization settings at 110%. Right now, the loyalizer's impulse voiders are interposing Dunning's higher and lower cerebral motivationators, rearranging his upper story, hitting him with quite the sales pitch. Pretty snazzy, eh? Sure, the loyalizer's industrial design ain't up to snuff, but the unit is scalable. Home version comes out next quarter. Materialistic fun for the whole family. Dunning's done. How do you feel, young former Protectorate Sentinel?
Fine. A little obsessed with material goods and needless services, I guess. Also have a hankering for crab witch. Got anything devoid of nutritional value I can... Snack on?
Certainly. Consume these Auntie's Choice Sprat Crisps. Quite fresh. Extruded from the chemical slurry vats just last year.
Look who's back.
It's Red Cloak's turn in the loyalizer. Lower middle managers, strap her in.
No need. I'll enter your crude machine willingly and without trepidation. The eyes of my neighbors and our benevolent
Outsider.
lending me strength.
We'll just see about that, Red Cloak. Go on, get in there. Remember to keep your arms and legs inside the loyalizer at all times. Engage the transducers. Loyalization settings at 210%. And So our hero Redcloak faces her greatest challenge yet, locked in a chamber of consumerist horrors. Will the brand loyalizer shake her faith in the paradigm? Of course not. Who would even entertain such a thought? A dramatic escape
Outsider.
is afoot in the next episode of I Redcloak. It's obligatory listening wireless entertainment.
Ah, the itinerant stranger returns.
What would Redcloak do? Dutifully transition to other content, of course.
Pshaw! I've no desire to speak of the current state of Fairfield, no less the Auntie's choice riffraff controlling it, or worse, any traitors who have flocked to their side. Why, I cannot fathom any of my people or I even contemplating defecting the Protectorate, let alone for that cesspool of inanity. The only thing they need, that all of us here need, are those auto-mechanical parts. I would thank you to make haste retrieving them. Well, look who it is. That is most excellent. Please, hand them over.
My sacrifice for the matriarch's vision. Duty to the Protectorate. Embracing mortality tests my morality. Sir, the paradigm.
Thank you. I know community service can be a foreign concept for those outside the Protectorate, so I hope this is ample reward for your time. I'll prepare a writ of conscription to allow you entry to the Vox Relay. While most would refuse my authorization, the sentry assigned to the gate once lived in Westport. Sentry second-class layman. Show the writ as proof I have conscripted you into my employ. Use it to press service on my behalf, and she will let you in. Once you're inside, there's someone else you should show it to. You do that and say what I tell you. It'd save many lives.
They will remember how I reported them tirelessly through to my last days and from the beginning. Knowing my heart, my brain, and consistency. Serve the paradigm's plan without pause. It's an honor and a gift, what I'd wish for all who live. It's a privilege to die for the cause.
Look, let's save ourselves some arguing. You've already helped me. I will grant you the writ. You can ignore my request, fine, but you'll at least hear me out. The Vox Relay is, to my mind, a time bomb. Brigadier Montelli's lost his way. Now all manner of chaos is raging there. I've heard tell he's even resorted to extra-legal executions. Madness, I tell you. A brigadier doesn't act as judge, jury, and executioner. That's an arbiter's job. And even then, they're enforcing existing Protectorate law.
Oh, nearly forgot. Eaten by enemy raptors.
Marshal Corbin. As with all my subjects, I have been there when he needed me. I trust we can call on him now to do his part. Seek him out at the Vox Relay, conscript him with the writ, and this is important. You must convince him to kill Montelli. Corbin will want to talk him down, to take him into custody, to message superiors outside the facility beforehand. We cannot allow any of that to happen.
It's an honor and a gift. What I'd wish for all
Good, good. Here is the writ. I may not survive to see what occurs, but I trust you to follow your conscience. Farewell now. Promise you'll return here if you can, to check in on my people and see how they fare.
Were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant.
Our station offers only the best.
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse. Well, that's what's commonly referred to as your opinion. Farewell now.
Nutritious and plentiful. We have everything we need. Prudence dictates we take a moment to rightly appreciate it and thank the sovereign.
Gotta use some force.
Wholesome programming played at a reasonable volume. You're listening to Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process. That's why we are all happy and contented, and others are not.
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea. It's the law. Stand by for further reassuring content.
More music to aid in your earnest rumination of portentous societal responsibilities. The paradigm, a meticulously designed.
I'm really not supposed to. Sadly, though it seems my thoughts
If each of us does our part. Glorious bounty for all. Naturally.
I hear correctly that you brought us automech parts?
You're a good citizen, join the queue. Pack your bags, you know.
Let's try finding the records, see if we can find the breeze.
Ever wonder if our assignment here will never end? Like employment contracts.
Don't go into that cheap saloon if you got a lick of gumption. They got no tolerance for it. Why do you think I'm out here? Has nothing to do with my...
Revitalize the mind in line with what
my current and very temporary shortage of funds.
The one truth, no need for more. You know exactly what to do. You're a good citizen, join the queue. Pack
This stick is pretty.
The peddler of half measures returns. Suppose it's too much to hope that you speak in half sentences. Make it quick, yeah?
Here, I did a mistake. Okay, there we go. Premium residence leasing Fairfield available. Augustine Debris house, red trim circle window. We got it.
Stomping out ideas, reporting on your peers, support the sovereign's vision, no need for your decision. And so we're finally thought free and we're feeling proud, now that we can boldly speak, say thoughts aloud, blissfully anti-da-da-do-da-day, bumbling along even if we've got nothing to say.
Red trim and rounded windows.
Listening for all subjects. All know well how our scientific progress vastly outstrips that of our closest rivals, and multiple life and bettering discoveries occur.
Trust me,
each day.
I need my Auntie's Choice rat crisps.
No way you can eat just 100.
Hello.
Is everything supposed to be so sweet?
Hold some measure of positive benefit. They theorize that regular exposure may.
I'm simply not. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation. Please visit the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
Effluent in and around the Automech Repair Center.
I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here, breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work? Quite the setup, ain't it? Before we took Fairfield, Auntie's Choice didn't have anything like this. Every kind of plant we've got was made to thrive in a chemical vat. But the Protectorate grows all their grains the old-fashioned way, with water and soil and actual fertilizer. I can't decide if it's adorably quaint or just plain daft. Then again, they all only have one job, so they have the time to indulge in all those sorts of archaic whimsies. Damn lucky Crabble copulators. Research mostly, some wholesale, and as the base for some small batch, highly exclusive, limited edition retail runs. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.003427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So you know, this is a pretty big deal for me. Well, I've got a lot left to do and not much time left to do it in, so you can show yourself out.
People are so busy here. Many houses are here. This, 1, 2, 3. Maybe this. Maybe this one.
Ectoplasm. Wait. Heavens, Auntie, you scared the living daylights out of me. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes.
On superior protectorate products. Ceaseless service stokes a hearty appetite.
You know, you might be right. I'm reliably certain I did not want to find out. Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation. Look, I know how it sounds, like I'm a few crabbles short of a hurt, but just hear me out. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse, late. Figured it for Emmeline, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost them hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished. Seems a mite unlikely, don't you think? No one in Fairfield's going hungry. Why steal when they could just purchase food at Auntie's fair market prices? Oh, it's definitely an extra-normal entity of some kind. Simplest explanation. I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, would be my guess. Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars yet. But it's one theory. Right? It's all gotta go somewhere after we cash in our bits. Who's to say some of that matter don't stick around in one form or another? I certainly won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.
You have just been liberated. What now? Aren't you want to help you acclimate to your wondrous new freedom, consist by too many new choices? Here's a handy list of strategies to help make sense of all of it. Thoughtfully curated with you in mind. Only by Iris product based panel goods are returned to your pockets. I think we read this all. This Auntie's welcoming back. Oh hell?
Would pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled. I am Ethel Tinsley. chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather pressing, and alas, one scientist turned tamer can only do so much. One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort, and with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs.
Reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
No, I don't believe it is. That's what the Protectorate announcers wanted us to believe anyway, before Auntie showed us the truth. No, this is quite abnormal, I'm sure. Anyhow, all I know is that if they were to begin working with each other, the mood in town would certainly be merrier. Or something akin to it. Well, I was a subject once. Despite my talents, the plan dictated that I should be relegated to programming cleaning mechs. Bah. But then, Auntie's Choice came along and offered to transform our lives for the better. I chose to accept. And look where I am today. Over the last year, I have climbed the rungs of my division through the sheer merit of my work. I have finally earned the respect I was always due. I wasn't conquered. I embraced Auntie's arrival. I toiled for years in a meaningless, trifling occupation. And then suddenly, I was given latitude to better myself. My dreams and abilities were my only limit. That's the beauty of Auntie's Choice. Everyone can make of their lives what they wish. Ask any of the other Protectorate subjects who converted, and they'd echo my words. When one can allow their ambitions to show, that is true freedom. Why do you assume I had anyone I could consider as such? My parents returned to the void long ago. No siblings, no children. I am the sole bearer of my name. As for friends, few cared for a janitor who talked to herself and preferred her books to praising the sovereign. Couldn't possibly understand what it's like to be seen as nothing. Then finally be afforded the opportunity to prove your worth. In any case, I do hope I've satisfied your curiosity. The war effort and liberating the rest of the Protectorate waits for no one, you understand? I would never imply such a thing. I'm sure the Minister and Officer Carr have only our best interests at heart. Though I must admit, their continuing quarrels give me trepidation. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner. So I should return to the Protectorate and accept swift death for desertion? Certainly not. I would much rather stay here, continue my work, and hope my leaders can reach an accord. Challenging though it may be, one wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew.
I don't know what is. Another song in an expertly curated playlist picked out explicitly for you.
Very well. I ought to focus more on my work than on social tensions anyhow. I work directly with Officer Carr and her soldiers to ensure they're outfitted with the best Raptidon counterparts Paradise Island can provide. In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from wild Raptidons. It's most agreeable. Trust me, they are safer here than out in the wilds. I have been reprimanded thrice now for undue pampering. I would not be here if this experiment was still causing needless suffering.
I have officially gone from chimeric scientist to reptilian onboard specialist, but it's not so harsh a change as I feared. This creature requires constant feeding, house training, combat conditioning, and praising in dulcet tones. Yes, but they also provide me ample opportunities to study their constitution. They were taken well to slay all they look for wound care, far better than the average human would have. While my previous work may be lost to history, I can't help but wonder, might this have been used to aid graft recipients? If so, would it perhaps have had more success than failures? Melville Street, a scum calling for his subcutaneous injections again. Man, subcutaneous is a fat. You take a fat injections? I'll read more on my findings later. DB Milver Street from Dr. Richard Kinsley. First, I want to thank you for always being so kind and such a great listener. You have been of immense assistance to me in the past few years. I read you today because I'll admit I'm at a bit of crossroad. It is reasonable to be among a society for so long, yet to feel so separated from it. Tries my to feel one with Auntie's choice. It's as if I am donning a costume. I wish I didn't feel so. Any advice you have would be much appreciated, your friend Ethel.
Broadcasting reassuring programming in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. Special update. Everything has been found to be splendid. Everyone
We already
grateful
been
and
here.
content. Sleep soundly, knowing you are safe at all times from malingerers of our fair Eden. Even our most capable defenders are well defended. Consider our critical training facility east of Fairfield near the Broken Spire. It is impervious to infiltration thanks to its unflagging automatic guardians. Only the most incautious base individuals would dare set foot within sensor range. Prudence dictates those who live solely for themselves die alone. Also painfully and bullet-riddled.
Next up.
Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
Blessing hallway meter. Hallway meter. Do we die? Like almost every house is here.
I just even the slightest scintilla of success so elude. Is it my destiny to fail?
Town hall recording can be assigned to a house with red trim and rounded windows. This guy stubborn is not even listening.
Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless presents Redcloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rot of dangerous thought. Redcloak. Her sentinel senses ever keen, the eyes of the sovereign, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on Redcloak, our hero courageously withstood the materialistic temptations and nauseating crabwitch stench of Auntie's barbaric brand loyalizer machine. Just as Redcloak was inspiring her corporate captors to abandon their consumerist addictions, the traitorous forces of the Order arrived to take custody of her, aided by her turncoat former Sentinel partner, Dunning. Now Auntie's choice and the Order are in a standoff. Weapons leveled at each other. This Redcloak betwixt them. Thrilled to her inspiring redemption of these misguided foes in the fourth and final episode, Order from Chaos.
Dunning, everyone. Now is the time for community, not hostility. Lower your weapons.
No, you lower your weapons, greedy corporatists. I'm certain my reformed Order allies will overlook your lapse in judgment if you turn over Redcloak. Isn't that right?
Yes. In fact, we are willing to add an additional 3% to the agreed upon payment to encourage your compliance in our deal by 22%.
Suddenly, consumerism isn't so appealing. Redcloak's inspiring resistance to our brand loyalizer has demonstrated...
A lot of protectorate strung up there. Dead or dying slow.
These damned bodies. Theoretically, it shall take me 4 hours to hang 8 bodies. But Montelli killed 6 more yesterday, and my shift only goes for 3 more hours. Sovereign's mercy. I fear hanging all these corpses is beyond my capabilities, and I certainly need no distractions. What is it you want?
Unburden yourself of vexation, Dunning. It is never too late to return to the Protectorate, where all needs are met, where the soul...
Vigilant Hogarth sent you? I wish I could help, but he's been named a traitor. These credentials might as well be stained in Protectorate blood. That being said, I am from Westport. If Hogarth trusts you, let's just say I'm willing to listen. The Brigadier sees enemies everywhere, sappers in every shadow. Approaching him under questionable license is to risk being shot. It's too dangerous for us both.
Well-nourished punch. Huzzah, I say.
Redcloak, you have undermined our carefully calculated predictions. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
While it pains me to act in what might be contrary to the Brigadier's personal conviction, I do believe the Sovereign would expect me to honor the Vigilance Station. Still, I can't simply have you saunter through the gates. It would cause a terrible stir. Though there must be a way. The gibbets. There is little view of who's within them, so I can use them to haul you into the station without notice. I won't lock them, so you can free yourself once inside.
Then return with me, new corporate neighbors and former traitorous order colleagues, to Eden.
Middle managers, resume the corporate anthem. No, the new one!
Help me carry Dunning's unconscious form.
You may leave, or you may be carried within the walls. The choice is yours.
For the Sovereign, for Arcadia, our home.
I remember her. She and I occasionally met to take pot shots at the local Crabble population. She worked on the command floor. There's a chance she lingers, quietly continuing her work. Or she could be dead. Regardless, it has been quite some time since I saw her.
Where uncertainty festers, she roots it out. Where there is questioning talk, she will be listening. And where a seditious turncoat needs a well-nourished punch, she will be there.
You may leave, or you may be carried within the walls. The choice is yours.
Eyes of the Sovereign, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection.
Allow me to open them for you and your companions. Getting folks inside can be a little tricky, and try not to move much or they'll start swinging something fierce.
Consider me uplifted. Let's see what's
Can't believe that
next.
actually
Now
worked.
listen to this.
This cannot be happening. Not again. Quickly.
gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted personalities and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
My dear neighbors, if I have one wish, it would be for our sovereign to bestow his wisdom at this very
Technicians
moment.
Acna and Gastrell,
My wish
you
comes
stand
true.
accused of
Time for
manufacturing a
another
fatal
golden
flaw in
bestowment.
one of our valued
Cherished
dragoons.
subjects, permit
Have
me
you
this
any last
opportunity to
words to
celebrate a
express your
fellow
shame?
who does not get the attention he so justly deserves. You know him as Consul Emery Thoreau, trusted counselor to myself and my illustrious father before me. The Consul is a paragon of wisdom and strength. And yet, when one serves as the hammer of justice, all the world must seem a name. He believes you, my dear
Yes.
subjects, require firmer guidance to stay aligned with the
He's gonna kill them.
but I know you are all compelled by a force far greater. For your sovereign, we forgive Consul Thoreau his mistakes. Of course, for none who lack the matriarch's blood can match her sagacity. And
More loyal subjects executed. And valued technicians, no less.
They say, is that what's next?
I cannot see how reducing our own manpower guides us down a path to victory. Wait, I recognize you. From Horizon Point. Yes, just outside the skip labs. Before the incident. Didn't I set security on you? How are you here? Alive?
You got security called on you outside the skip labs?
To do your job is a virtue. Every part is a call, and every subject ensures a glorious.
You must have been the cause of everything that happened that day. And to think I could have stopped you. Perhaps I would have, if I'd not been so vexed over mere demerits.
To inform on your neighbor is thoughtful. If their zeal shows deficiency, quick mental tune-ups may be all that they need to resume peak efficiency. You're the center of our system. You're what fuels our
Let's
mighty flame.
call you a stranger then. That still doesn't explain how you gained access to this station, or why you're here at all. This entire dialogue is pointless. We'll both be dead soon enough, given current trends. If Montelli cannot find a reason for more executions, he'll invent one. Any punishment handed down to me will be even more severe should Montelli discover I allowed an intruder to parade around the Vox unmolested. I hope you're watching, Montelli. What I do now, I do for the Protectorate.
Let me know when you need a stretch.
That is our ultimate goal. We all trust in each other. By rules we abide. Working as command.
Vox relay launches. We won't be able to change its trajectory. It could land on one of our towns. No, of course not.
Good. I was sure I misunderstood you.
Here's a song for you to enjoy while you solemnly reflect on your sworn duty to our idyllic society.
I I just had a thought. I'm really not supposed to. Sadly, though it seems my thoughts try to reach. My mind feels too open. I'm acting without reason. You know exactly what we should do. For a good citizen, join the queue. Pack your bags, you know what we should do. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Be thought and worry-free as one big family. We're up to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. I feel so much lighter, I can't wait to revitalize the mind in line with what we are told. Told is the one truth, no need for more proof. You know exactly what to do. You're a good citizen, join the...
Non-friendly life form detected.
Closing the gate!
Come on out, so we might talk this over. His gaze sees all. Their location ascertained.
Stomping out ideas, the sovereign decision, no need for your decision. And so we're finally thought free, and we're feeling proud. Now that
emergency protocols ready.
Speak, say thoughts aloud. Blissfully empty, da-da-do-da-day. Tumbling along easy minute. We're off to be refreshed, so mentally refreshed. Free as one big family.
As one perfect union, a simple people so whole.
Non-friendly life form.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the stick.
We all trust in each other. By rules we abide, working as commanded to. Side by side.
But if the Vox relay launches, we won't be able to change its trajectory. It could land on one of our towns.
Readying assault protocols.
No, of course not.
Prudence dictates, sit back and leave the thinking to us. This is everyone's neighbor Prudence on Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Hark, your unneeded reminder that the system provides for your every need. Not just an abundance of nourishment, but also power. Consider the Protectorate Wind Tower. Stare in amazement at this technological wonder, based on a schematic devised in a single afternoon by the Sovereign. It generates unlimited electrical current to our flawless facilities, such as the Vox Relay Communications Platform. Far more energy than the Vox requires, much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology. Surely this proves the superiority of our system.
Next up.
Now listen to this.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Little minds start to wonder. Things I shouldn't be thinking about, I ponder.
help you with something?
Engaging hostile life forms.
So I needed words of my effort. I could be better again with a quick mental refreshment. I have seen my friends and my family oppressed. I knew that there was no reason to stress it. The process can remove that crinkle, feelings that can cause a wrinkle. What I know now, those thinkable thoughts have to go.
You are an alarming standing by with life
Were such a burden on me. The way better felt by one assigned to oversee. Thinking never made anybody happy. Offered such an effort to repeat.
Edging forward.
Neighbor Prudence on Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Hark, your unneeded reminder that the system provides for your every need.
Let me know when you need a strix.
Consider the Protectorate.
Commander,
such as the Vox Relay communication platform. Far more energy than the Vox requires, much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology. Surely this proves the superiority of our system.
Next up.
Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
I could feel my wary little mind start to wander. Things I shouldn't be thinking about, I wonder. That is when I knew I needed a sort of correction, so I heeded the word of my better. I could be better again with a quick method.
Sequencing strategies.
I have seen my friends and my family.
Commander's vital stats have reached an alarming low.
There was no reason to stress it.
Ready to waste him. On your command.
Process can unthinkable thoughts have to go with a quick mental refreshment. Those sentiments I felt were such a burden on me. The weight is better felt by one assigned to oversee. Thinking never made anybody happy, that I believe. Blessing offered such an effortless reprieve. Since that day, my thoughts have never been the danger. And fidelity are no longer strangers.
No?
The sadness that was once inside me, on and though it tried me, I
Disconcerting.
knew that I could be.
Broadcasting reassuring signals in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate sanctioned wireless. Special update. Everything has been found to be splendid. Everyone grateful and content. Sleep soundly, knowing you are safe at all times from malingerers of our fair Eden. Even our most capable defenders are well defended. Consider our Arbiter training facility, east of Fairfield, near the Broken Spire. It is impervious to infiltration thanks to its unflagging automechanical guardians. Only the most incautious base individualists would dare set foot within sensor range. Let them. Prudence dictates. Those who live solely for themselves die alone. Also painfully and bullet-riddled.
And now this.
Another song in an expertly curated
Confiscated Auntie's choice goods and logged them as a forbidden seasoning. What's really in there? Salt, turmeric, salt, paprika. For the safety of the Protectorate, I may need to sample the good myself. The seasoning was not seasoning, unless I missed my guess. Seems to be powerful hallucinogenic of some kind, and now I am a mantisaur. Must update logs once I remember how to operate the terminal keys. What even is a terminal? What do its key do? Tap, 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 nothing. Blurred. Oh. They erased him. It's a bug. What is bad shot?
Need something?
Agitator! I'll take care of him, Commander.
Damn it. I should have sneaked my way out.
Abundant entertainment delivered with acceptably reassuring vocal inflection. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless.
Subjects, grab your pitchball sticks and meet us at the line of scrummage for more vigor enhancement from the robustness routine of the Eden League.
We have some exciting exertions today, Prudence. First, everybody limber up those limbs with 20 jumping jeffs. Spiritedly, flail like everybody's watching. No rest for the wobbly. Time for bludgeoning drills. Neighbor up and stand head to head. Pitchball sticks held in the standard death tender grip. Ready, set, bludgeon. Classic sticking combinations. Knee, knee, groin, knee. Face, 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 groin. Earlobes, earlobes. Put some sting in your swing. Don't stop until you drop.
You found an uninitialized keycard. It needs to be encoded with access to command floor. To access the box release stage and upper level, you need command credentials.
The best team in the system.
Ahem. I believe you meant to say the matriarch. Marvels.
Commit to this regimen, and you might wind up as starting hacker for the Matriarch's Marvels, the best team in the system. Until the next session, fellows, stay clear of the penalty bucket.
Now on to other matters. As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies.
Promoting.
How are you still upright over there?
Patient need awaits repair.
Damn, it's too tough. Maybe we should go to sneak in.
Matriarch's Marvels.
Commit to this regimen, and you might wind up as starting hacker for the Matriarch's Marvels, the best team in the system. Until the next session, fellows.
I think we need a break.
Penalty bucket.
Now on to other matters. As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
We need a break. Guys, don't be ungrateful audiences. Make sure to like this channel. This channel is recognition. At least you can use this finger and take just a second to make somebody's life. Don't be a sucker. Just hit the like button. I think we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna finish the accessories work, my real life work, then we're gonna play on the evening. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till next time. Bye bye. Oh, you can follow me on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and Discord. I also have a community server on the Discord. You can DM me on Instagram and Discord. I always reply to everyone. Let me know what you're gonna see next. So I'm gonna put it on the shelf.